Hey everybody, welcome back to our fun little bonus argument settler thing. We have gotten to the point where we are allowing people to submit their RFID badges, and we are grabbing person A and grabbing person B, and then at this point we're checking to make sure that they're both real students in the database. I did notice at the end that I need to mark this as true, not true as a variable. So now the question is, what do we do? So we have a person A and a person B, and we need to figure out a way to decide who's going to be right. And so there's a few things we can do. First of all, the obvious thing is that at this point, we are going to want to redirect and say that somebody is not found. You know, that we want to show that there's an error here. So what we'll do a simple redirect to, and then we're going to say argue.php error equals one or more badges not found. Now, what I could do is I could be checking that when they submit each of the first ones, but this is kind of more of a joke, and the odds of really submitting one that isn't right aren't, it's not a huge thing. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to go with it. So I'm going to refresh the page and see what I messed up. 58. So I lost my little parenthesis here. And so let's refresh the page again. And so what we're going to do is we are going to clear this out to where we're starting in the beginning. So we scan person 1, and then it tells us that by scanning, we are agreeing that the computer has the final say. Now, if I were to come in here and just type in whatever, then it would tell us one or more badges is not found. So we have to go back in, scan person 1 again, and then we can scan person 2, and they're both found. So what we want to do at this point, we want to get rid of this message at the top if they submit another one. So what we're going to do is we are going to specify in here that the action is argue.php, and what that's going to do is it's going to hopefully throw away all of those error messages at the top. So we're going to try it. So if I load the page and now I do this and I do this, so now, oh, I shouldn't have done one that actually worked. So let me refresh again. And so my computer's not wanting to refresh. So if I just type in, then I'm going to get one or more badges not found. But now when I go and select another one, it's still there. So we'll have to clear that out. I'll have to clear that message out. We'll deal with that later because that's not interesting TV. So what we're going to do is we have our two users and we have A or B. And so we're going to do something. Now, we're not talking about cryptographic randomness here. So what we can do is we can do a few different things. We can generate a random number between 0 and 1, or we can make an array. And so we'll have to decide how we want to decide who wins. So I think the best thing to do at this point is we're going to do something really simple. We're going to do winner equals random number 0 and 1. And so what that's going to do is, maybe I should show you somewhere else. I'm going to come on the index page and just show you. Let's go to index.php. So I'm going to drop this code in here, right here, and I'm going to say winner equals random 1, and then I'm going to dump winner. Okay, and so if we go to our home page and we see that if I keep refreshing this page, we're going to get either a 0 or 1, and sometimes we'll get 2 in a row, or a bunch in a row, but it's going to be what I would call random enough. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to say winner equals random 0 to 1. So what we want to do is, first of all, let's get the person's name. So let's say if winner equals 0, then we're just going to reuse that variable. Winner equals we're going to say A. Oops. We're going to say A. So we're going to take person A, F name, and then we're going to put a space between them. And then we're going to say A, L name. Now I realize I could have put that all inside the quotes, but that's fine. So if winner is 0, then we're going to call the winner first name and last name. And then we're going to say else. We're going to say winner equals B. Again, this is kind of rough as far as code, but it's going to do the trick. So we're going to, and then what we'll do here is we will dump winner. Now, there's one other thing I thought about is that we can come down here and instead we can clear this error out automatically. So if I were to come in here and put error equals and then just leave it blank, then when we come here to the argue.php, let's just say we'll do this. So if I scan something and then scan something else and one or more badges was not found, that error is there. But then when I go to scan a real badge, the error goes away. So that takes care of that problem. So we scanned 2 of these people, and what it did is it said that the winner was Kim Hoover. So we immediately picked a winner. Now that's not super fun. So we want to make it a little bit cooler. So let's do this. Let's start by saying, let's come down here. Let's do exactly what we did on this one and do winner equals like this. So we're going to make winner blank. So we can come down here on the code, and outside of all of this stuff, we can say, let's try this. We're just going to do some PHP, and we're going to say if winner not equals blank, then we're going to say h1 align equals center, and the winner is ... And then we're going to come down here and we're going to tell it to just, well, we already have the PHP tags open here. So let's do it right here. So we're going to do, let's do another right here. And we're going to say echo. So let's refresh the page. I've written enough code. What we're saying is if the winner is listed, if it's not empty, then we're going to say, and the winner is winner. And so we'll start with that. We'll keep it simple. I'm going to refresh the page, and the winner is Jenny James. Now, if I were to refresh it again, the winner is Kim Hoover, winner is Jenny James, and it goes back and forth to who these different winners are. So we'll come back here, and we will clear it out, and we're going to put in 2 different badges, and we're going to say badge number 1, badge number 2, and the winner is me. Hey, I win. That's awesome. So I won the thing. So we want to give it the illusion of thinking a little bit. And so let's do this. For one thing, I think this is kind of boring. So what if we did a little bit more randomness? What if we come up here and we make an array. So let's do thinking equals array. All right. And so we're going to space this out just for the heck of it. And we're not going to give it a key or anything like that. But let's say, let's put some options in here. And the winner is ... And then we'll do, which we don't really have to do the ... there. We could code that, but who cares? I've determined determined that the winner is absolutely, and then we'll put one more. My decision is final ... Okay, so I've put a couple in there. You can put as many as you want in there, but we've basically made an array where there's a bunch of choices of how to word that. So what we'll do now is inside of this H1 at the bottom here, we're going to drop this down, and we're going to say, we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to open up some PHP tags, and we're going to say, now the variable that we used up here is thinking. So we're going to tell PHP to shuffle thinking. So shuffle thinking, okay? And then now what we're going to do is we're going to tell it, so if you think about it, if you shuffle a deck of cards, if they're all random, then the first one you grab is going to be random. So again, I'm going to say this. If you shuffle a deck of cards and you're really shuffling it up, then if every card is random, then the top card is random. So what we can do here is just type in echo thinking, and then remember the first one in the pile is 0. So let's try that. Let's see how that works. I haven't tested this. We're kind of doing this off the top of our head. So we're going to come back in here, and we're going to scan number 1. We're going to scan number 2, and it says my decision is final, Jenny James. And then we're going to come in here and refresh the page again, and we're going to scan number 1, and we're going to scan number 2, and it's going to say I've determined that the winner is absolutely Kim Hoover. And so what we could do, we could come in here, and anything that says dump, we could comment that out by hitting control forward slash. Now again, you guys are already supposed to be PHP and HTML experts, so you can come in here and make this page look like whatever you want. You can add colors and pictures and all kinds of whirligigs and all that kind of stuff. But for now, we have this very simple thing that lets us pick out a winner. And in fact, we will do one thing. Font color equals blue. And then this will be the last thing we'll do to this for a while. So save it, get rid of this, and what we can do is scan 1, scan 2, and decision is final, Kim Hoover. Now, while we're here, we can look at the check snapshot balance and take that same bit of JavaScript and basically put it right here at the bottom of this. And now we're just going to say argue.php. So we're going to say we're going to let it sit there. Maybe this time we'll let it sit there for 10 seconds. And then we'll tell it to refresh the page. So let's try that one last time. Scan 1. Scan 2. Billy Smythe is the winner, and then in 10 seconds we'll redirect back to the argument settler, and you have made yourself a kiosk feature. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in Unit 5.